The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Good morning, Bob. Let me do that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
As usual, I pushed down the wrong mic. We still have some problems, but hopefully Matt and Mark will get the new audio board put in this weekend, and everything will get somewhat back to normal.
I heard on the birthday calendar, Bulldog Bob Smith has a birthday.
Yes.
80. He's going to turn 80, so just want to give him a shout out for his birthday this weekend.
Ah, so he's 10 years older than I am.
Happy birthday to Bulldog Bob Smith.
Bulldog Bob Smith. Happy birthday to you.
Long time county attorney, city attorney, criminal lawyer. Saw him in court many times. Always educational, always entertaining. But we want to wish him a very happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bob Smith. All right. The thing that you re-aired the interview this morning with the lawyers. That's from the Noah Bush's family's lawyers, that law firm. I think you said they're Savannah.
They're out of Savannah.
And I know that you aired it yesterday. Any feedback on that? Any type of way? Have you heard?
I said just Sheriff's Department says it's still under investigation. I said if anything else breaks, we'll have it, but nothing's broken yet.
All right. And in the studio with us this morning is Glenn Pond, who was on here just last week, I believe, to talk about an upcoming event for the U9 traveling team, Jesup Bananas?
Yeah, just the bananas.
Just the bananas. All right. Just the bananas, and another event going on with this business. So which one do you want to talk about first, Glenn?
We'll talk about the business first. So, as many of you have seen, we are moving Magic Mattress and Home Furniture. We're moving to the old Pick and Save building. Work is coming along. It's a lot of work. It's an old building, but we have a bunch of furniture we need gone from the old place. So, we are having a move-in sale. Before we start blasting it on social media for everybody else, we have people coming from an hour or so away, So before we start blasting it for all of them to start coming taking advantage of this, we want to give our local listeners and local folks an opportunity to come take advantage of these sales. Some of the prices I can't remember, but I know there's a dresser we have out there that's $179 or something. There's just some ridiculous prices out there. Come take advantage of them. Once they're gone, they're gone,
And as you mentioned last week, you would rather sell all this furniture that you have at your current location, located there adjacent, right before you get to the Goodwill.
Correct. As
you turn there on, what's the name of that street again?
Allison Street.
Allison Street between Tidal Pond and Hardee's, and you turn right there, and there you're on the right-hand side, and you've got a whole bunch of furniture that you want to sell so you don't have to move it, and you'd rather reorder furniture to have those folks deliver the new furniture that comes in. So
absolutely,
you would rather sell it than move it, in which I don't blame you. And so, folks, if you're looking for a fantastic deal, shop the moving sale going on this month at Magic Mattress and Furniture, located on Allison Street, just up from a Goodwill in the shopping center adjacent to Walmart. And get yourself a fantastic deal.
Absolutely. On Monday, I'm going to start blasting it on social media for everybody to start coming out. So local folks and local listeners, y'all come on out this weekend. Take advantage of it before everybody picks through everything. So
right now, you'll get the best selection.
That's right.
So go there, and so if you just want to take a look around, you got furniture for the entire house, mattresses, everything like that. Go there and check it out there at Magic Mattress and Furniture, located on Allison Street. Turn right there between Tidal Pond and Hardee's, and it's right there before you get to the Goodwill store.
Absolutely.
I cannot emphasize this, folks. He really wants to sell it and not have to pack it up in a truck, move it to the new building, and then unpack it. He would rather sell it there and then reorder furniture and let them, from the manufacturers, unload at the new location.
Absolutely. So now we'll move on to the bananas. Our 9U tryouts are this Sunday at 3 o'clock at Bill Morris Park. After we aired last week, I had a bunch of people reaching out to me on social media and such. Yes, this is real. We will be real bananas. We will be wearing real bananas uniforms. There will be perks that come along with this. Unfortunately, no, there will be no Savannah Bananas at our tryouts this weekend. They're up in D.C. playing at the Washington Nationals stadium up there. So
Okay.
they're out of town this weekend, unfortunately. But we do have fun stuff in the works. Once our team is formed, we will be setting up a field trip per se to go attend Savannah Bananas practice and meet all the guys. So there are perks that come along with this. I don't know if anybody's seen the dancing umpire. He put out a video on social media. I think he's like TikTok famous or something. He gets back there and dances with the bananas and such. He's put out a video for us, encouraging people to come out. It's been a huge hit for us. We've drawn attention from as far away as like Eastman, Georgia, and a couple folks down in North Florida. We've got a lot of interest coming in. But this is so much more than baseball. This is an opportunity for us to pour into these boys. My pastor said something, golly, about 2 months ago. It really kind of hit home. My wife was hitting me on the leg when he was talking. I think she felt like he was talking to only me.
The wives are good at that, aren't they?
That's right. That's
He's
right.
preaching to you, boy.
Yep. Like I was the only one in there. But no, he brought up worshiping other idols, such as baseball. He mentioned specifically, because once you get involved in travel ball, it can become life. I mean, it's really a lot of work, and I don't think we didn't realize what we were getting into when we got into travel ball a year ago. It is a big commitment and a lot of work. And I got to thinking and pondering on that. I was like, man, are we really putting this first? Are we putting this ahead of supposed to be God, family, then whatever other order you got after that. But, and I've been pondering on that, and we were in the process of getting this team together, and it just clicked one day. I was like, this is my ministry. This is my way to pour into kids. This is my way to give the word and talk about Jesus to kids that may not get that at home, that may not get that on a regular basis. So while they're out there working, while they're out there doing stuff that they enjoy, this is an opportunity for me to pour into these kids. It can be, they can coincide together, So I'm really excited about that opportunity. While we spend so much time out there, we have downtime in between games. There's an opportunity to pour into these boys. But one misconception about us being bananas is that we'll just be out there jumping around, dancing, goofing off. And that is absolutely not the case. Bottom line, these boys are going to get out there and work hard if they expect to put on that uniform. But we're not going to be out there being drill sergeants either. Think back to when we were all in school. Do you have a favorite teacher that you remember from back in school, Butch or Bob?
Favorite teacher? Well, sixth grade, Mrs. Cox down at Stonewall Jackson High School in Jacksonville, Florida.
How many years ago was that?
Don't know if I could do the math.
Just a few, right?
This is back in the mid '60s now.
That's right. But you remember Mrs. Cox?
Yes, I do.
I'm assuming you enjoyed her class.
Yes, enjoyed the class.
Right. So here's my point.
Even though when I acted up, she'd make me dance in front of the class.
Maybe you could be a Savannah Banana too.
No, I was terrible, and I'm still terrible. She knew that would get to me.
Right.
I only did that a couple times over the entire year. So you live and learn. But she was a good teacher.
Absolutely. Well, my point where I'm going with this is most of us usually have at least one teacher that we specifically remember. Like, we really enjoyed that class. Then there's usually some teachers you remember that were less enjoyable. You may not have enjoyed that class as much. Maybe they were a little too harsh. Maybe they was a little too rough around the edges. Where I'm going with that is Miss Cox sounded like provided a really good learning atmosphere for you. Mm-hmm. I mean, you remember this countless years later. Countless years later.
60 years ago.
So where I'm going with this is, these kids are 8 years old. Well, they'll be 9, 8, 7, a little range, but they're kids. they're kids, you know. It's a fine line between pushing them and keeping it enjoyable. And that's where we're going with this. When we say fun, we want them to be excited about coming to practice and working hard. They're going to work hard, but there's ways that we're going to make this enjoyable for them. They're going to remember this. This is an opportunity for a lot of kids in this area that I don't think some people realize, you know, truly what it is. We want to be remembered as that favorite coach. We want to be those coaches that they remember for a lifetime. We want this to be an experience they remember for a lifetime. My son Tripp has been going to this baseball academy over in Statesboro. I didn't even know existed till about 6 months ago, but they've had 7 boys drafted out of there straight into the pros in the last 3 or 4 years. 20-something kids have gotten scholarships out of there. Man, I want these guys to teach my son, you know. But that's a long ride to go over there and just drop your kid off to practice for a couple hours and you know, and find something to do. So they've allowed me to sit around and get up close and watch how they're teaching, how they're coaching. And I tell you, every one of these kids that go there are like excited. Tripp gets up, he's excited to drive an hour and a half to go practice over there. And an hour and a half back. I mean, we're doing this 3 days a week for I think we're going into our 8th week we've been doing this. And I, as a coach, have learned a lot while we're over there. We've put some of this stuff to work. We just Brent Westbury and I, we had to prove to the Bananas that we could win before, you know, that was one of the things they wanted to see before they would release, you know, allow us to do this.
And this is the real Bananas baseball team out of Savannah.
Correct.
Wanting to see you win. Okay.
Correct. So we put together a couple of, they call them pickup teams in local travel ball tournaments or what have you. And we kind of took our core group of boys that we know are going to be on our team that we're going to surround them with during the tryouts. And we got a few other boys together and we went out there and we tried some of these techniques when we were coaching in the games and the couple of little practices we had with them. It was immediate success. I mean, they played in 2 tournaments and they won 2 championships. I mean, what these guys are doing over there is working. And I'm man enough to say, you know, hey, my way isn't always right. I always want to learn. I always want to do better myself. And as a coach, we should be expecting to be improving and getting better, just like we expect the kids to. And my thought process behind that, if a kid doesn't realize he's working, then you can get a lot more out of them. So if you provide a fun atmosphere, even though you have them working hard, they're going to give you their all so much better. We have a motto that I learned from our last football coach that was here. You know, we plan to spell fun, W-I-N. I mean, plain and simple. You know, the reward for all the hard work when they go out there and practice and they put in these long days is to go out there and play these games. And at the end of the day, I know they want to win, and that is ultimately our goal. People have had the misconception that we're just going to be out there goofing off. We are out there to win. I promise you that. And we're not just trying to hype up people up for these tryouts. We're here for the long haul. We're here for your kid. We want to pour into your kid, like I was saying earlier. This is a privilege for us as coaches to have this opportunity to pour into your kids and to help mold your boys as they grow into young men. And this is a big deal. We have people confirmed from as far away as Eastman, Georgia, that are coming to this tryout. And I'll be honest, I did a little research on the lady's son because I didn't want her to drive an hour and 45 minutes.
Didn't have a chance.
Correct.
Right.
You know, and this kid in I think their Class C is what it was. His rec all-star team just won the state championship. He played on a travel ball team up there, and he's been selected to multiple travel ball all-star teams. This kid's legit, and he's coming an hour and 45 minutes because he wants to be a Banana. We have people coming up from Hilliard, Florida. One kid played with us in a tournament last weekend. Kid hit 6 inside the park home runs. 2 of them almost went over the fence. We're here to play legit baseball.
And this is for what age group now?
9U.
9U.
Correct.
So traveling team.
Yep. They must be 9 or younger come May 1st of 2025. That is the age cutoff. I do want to say, if there is anybody out there that cannot make our tryout on Sunday, we will hold some private tryouts. Just reach out to Brent Westbury or myself. We've already held several private tryouts, and they've went really well. So if there's anybody else that date does not work for you, just let us know. Reach out to us. But we will be finalizing this team very shortly after the tryouts. So reach out to us soon. I've had a couple people after last week, a couple of business owners reach out to us as far as being sponsors.
That's good.
Yeah, we're excited about that. We were going to get there, but people are already reaching out to us. So I want to announce, we haven't finalized everything with that, but there will be sponsorship opportunities for businesses out there. We'll release details on that, but feel free to reach out to me and if you're interested in this. But this is a really exciting, unique opportunity if you have a son in this age range that plays baseball. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a very unique opportunity that you usually don't get in a small town like this.
Once again, the tryouts are going to be this Sunday. What time and where?
3:00 at Bill Morris Park this Sunday.
Okay. Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
It definitely is.
It's going to be a very good team you're going to put together for a traveling schedule.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're super excited.
And you all start playing in these traveling tournaments next month. Is that right?
Correct. We'll probably jump in there probably in the middle of August. Probably go ahead and jump in and get to playing some ball.
I know, my sons were in traveling soccer, and we went all over the place. So I'm sure that's the same thing with traveling baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of local tournaments around here within an hour or 2 hours that, you don't have to spend the night, because at this age, that could be a lot,
Right.
But so there's a lot that are driving distance that we can make it to. But then there are some, as they get older, we'll probably look into traveling further. And then even there's opportunities to make travel ball all-star teams. I know Tripp and I will be going up to Summerville, South Carolina in a couple weeks to play in a tournament up there. It's a travel ball all-star tournament. And it's opened up a lot of opportunities, and the improvement that these boys make playing travel ball is ridiculous. I didn't realize how much this helps kids until we were involved in it.
And what's so good about all this is, the kids get to play. They have, if they want to play, if they play recreation baseball or soccer, they have better skills. And then it's all going to funneling into Wayne County High Schools. And when they get there, we have fantastic baseball teams, soccer teams, and all that kind of stuff that come from these traveling teams.
Absolutely. Like, I don't want to speak on other age groups, but in our age group in rec, the number one all-star team, every single player on the number one all-star team was a travel ball player. The number two all-star team, I would venture to say that over half of the players were travel ball. I think 3/4 of our players were travel ball players. It gives you an immense advantage to be out there. And my son, a year ago, if you would have told me my son was going to be playing all-star baseball, I would have thought you were crazy. But he has put in the work, and playing travel baseball has improved his game immensely. He about put one over the fence yesterday. We were out there practicing, him and his buddy Dash. But, yeah, we're super excited about this opportunity. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to win a lot of ball games. We're going to pour into these kids, and it's just a great opportunity.
Okay, well, sounds good. Good luck with the tryouts Sunday at 3 o'clock at Bill Morris Park for U9 Recreation Traveling Baseball Team. Going to be called the Bananas.
The Bananas, that's it.
You're going to have a kind of a relationship there with the Bananas baseball team in Savannah.
Absolutely.
All right. Bob, any questions or comments, anything at all for Glenn this morning?
Good luck.
Thank you
Good
so
luck.
much.
All right. Well, good luck with the move. Congratulations on moving into the old Pick and Save building starting in August.
Yes, sir.
And folks, shop their moving sale going on all month long at Magic Mattress and Furniture, located on Allison Street. Just turn there between Title Pond and Hardee's, and right before you get to the Goodwill store. They'll be on the right-hand side there, and you'll see a big moving sale. Glenn and his wife would rather sell it than move it. And so they've got prices marked down, the big moving sale, before you move into the Pick and Save building.
That's right. Thank y'all.
All right. Have a good day.
Appreciate it.
Bob,
Y'all too.
have a great weekend. Anything else? Is that it? All right. World famous Butch and Bob show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup has been brought to you by First Southern Bank, Van's Barbecue, Murphy Builder Supply, and O'Quinn and Associates.